Okay. Hello, 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 hello. I think it's working. I am I've been struggling. I've been trying to get on for like 20 minutes, and it keeps telling me that there's high traffic. So anyway, it's red, says live, 23 seconds. So hey everybody, I'm Lily, True Crime Kangaroo, and it's just past 11 or 20 past 11 here in Queensland, Australia on Saturday night. So I thought this time during the week, trial is just about to kick off. So been out for dinner tonight with a girlfriend, and I'm actually pretty tired because it's been a crazy, like a huge week. But I also felt like hopping on and saying hello and seeing if anyone's about. Most of, at least Karen Reid folks are. It's Saturday morning in the US, so it would be 20 past 9 on the East Coast, and then even earlier. What is it? 3 hours over on the West Coast, earlier than I think it is. So anyway, I just sort of thought I wanted to say g'day. I've had such an awesome week, and I also just kind of felt like I wanted to get some, I don't know, I need to talk about this week. It's been a week. So we had 4 days this week with the Karen Reid trial, and Monday, obviously we had Proctor, and Tuesday we had off. Wednesday, Proctor again, and the cross and redirect, and then Brian Tully late in the afternoon. Thursday, Tully, couple of DNA people, and then today, So yesterday, Friday, was Jess Hyde, which I honestly only really survived because of the chat and the folks in the chat. So thank you so much. It was hilarious. I mean, she was so, and I'll get to that, but I mean, she was so passionate about her work, and I'm sure she seems incredibly confident and intelligent, and she's definitely, she backs herself, and that's amazing. So I'm glad for her. But she was kind of hard to watch. So I thought that as well. So that's kind of the week. And of course, we ended with Trooper Paul, MSP Trooper Paul. We ended with a bang. It's like, and then this morning we had the juror craziness, and like we couldn't stream. The cameras were shut off. Arnie Bev cracked it. Melanie Little and Mark Betterow, attorneys from New York, were in the courtroom. It was just all happening. And it was just like, oh my God. Everything that happens in this case is just so unusual. And if you feel like, okay, cool, nothing else unusual can happen, surely. And then something crazy happens. So it's nuts. But anyway, all right, cool. I am going to start off. I thought that, and I'm sure most of you have seen this, but it will kind of get us in the mood. I actually dropped my girlfriend home after dinner, and it was so funny that I went to put this on for the ride home. It's like 3-minute drive. So, all right, cool. Let me find it. Because if you haven't seen it, it is freaking amazing. And if you have seen it, it's still amazing. And I just love it. So we'll watch it together. And if you haven't seen it, I'm sure you'll love it. Okay. I'm not very fast because I kind of say I'm going to do something and then I think, okay, what am I doing? And I panic. All right, cool. So not that. I don't even know if you could hear that. But. Okay, why? No.
Let me just shut this guy up before he comes
That's so good. I love Dylan so much. Oh my God, that was actually
on.
perfect. He's
Check the
so
time,
good.
5:01:28. We've got a special guest joining me right now.
What a legend.
Shout
Oh,
Jesse.
this is...
What was it, 5:00 what? We got a guest here, people, so...
Oh, come back, Dylan. What's happening? How funny. Nah. I will get there, hey, one day.
40 minutes.
Here we go.
I'll call this Bang Bang. Seriously? I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up. Pull up, bitch. I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
Objection.
I will fuck you up. KO. Bang bang. I will fuck you up. You're a bitch, bro. I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up. Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. Right?
Yeah.
The bang bang, the bang bang, pull up. The bang bang, the bang bang.
I hope you can hear it. I'm assuming you can hear it.
All right, Mr. Alley, your next witness, please.
So good.
Yes, Your Honor, the Commonwealth calls Trooper Michael Proctor to the stand.
Lally.
Please state your name and spell your last name for the jury.
Michael Proctor, Proctor.
You're a bitch, bro. I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
I will fuck you up. I will beat your ass. I will fuck you up.
I'm going to allow it.
I love that. I'm going to allow it. All right. So if you're watching, I don't know if you've seen that, but it is freaking hilarious. It's so well done. It's certainly not mine. So Turtle Boy shared that and somebody sent it to him. What a legend. Aiden did mention the name of the creator or the username or the nickname. And he very humbly, the creator, was like, no, Lado, I don't want, whatever, it's yours. Here, have it. And it's just gold. And it pretty much sums up this week, if not the last 6 or 7 weeks, in a nutshell. So if you're here, say hi in the chat so I know you can hear me. And it's cool just to know who's about. Don't feel obliged to hang around. I know, you got things to do or whatever. I'm just going to try and go live when I can and also try and align it for when you guys are at least awake in the States, just to kind of get my groove. And so so as well, if you did miss that, I actually was super grateful to be to join Dylan over at the Alternate Corner on Thursday lunchtime, and it was so great. We had the best time. He is such a gorgeous soul, and I was really grateful that he had me on. So if you haven't checked that out, I do actually have that here because I thought, but it's mainly me talking, so I don't really want to like stream it so you guys can watch it when I'm here anyway. But oh, hey Pebbles, thank you so much for letting me know, and thank you so much for tuning in. It's great to see you. Pebbles, where are you? Are you? And I apologise if you've already told me. So are you in the States, and whereabouts are you? Are you like Massachusetts or are you Australia? So many people have messaged me and commented on my lives and were so welcoming over with Dylan. So yeah, I apologise if I have already. Your name's very familiar. South Carolina. Oh, cool. That's awesome. So amazing to connect with, people around the world. I love it so much, and I as obviously have followed true crime for years, and for the most part, it's for freedom of information and everything. It's super tight here in Australia, so A, we don't have as much, I don't think, crime, and B, certainly not high profile or as high profile as over there, and B, we can watch court sometimes live, but we certainly can't stream it, and it doesn't record, so you've either got to tune in live to watch the hearing, but yeah, you can't record it. It's like big trouble. So yeah, a lot of it naturally is you kind of have to revert to what's happening over in the States, which is great. And so many of the creators are in the States. So whereabouts in South Carolina are you? Because I did follow, and I know everyone knows, the Murdoch trial or the Murdoch murders. But whereabouts in South Carolina are you? And I don't know it very well, so I don't know how far away you are. I have been to the States, but I haven't been to South Carolina. I'd love to visit. I've only kind of been to LA, New York, Vegas, Hawaii. Haven't been to authentic America, so I really want to come over, and I desperately want to go to Boston. So, I followed the Murdoch trial. I watch that every day. It's interesting actually, because I think particularly this week, and I'll get into it a bit more when we talk about this week in court, but I've had a lot of kind of flashbacks to the Murdoch trial, because the level of credibility or evidence, their evidence, the prosecution versus Murdoch, it was the way it kind of usually is. It's just so bizarre to be. Karen Read's trial is just so different to anything I think any of us are used to watching if we're true crime kind of or trial true crime followers, because generally, even though they're innocent until proven guilty, it's, even with like Koberger, you kind of think, okay, I've been watching not all of them, but I kind of have started to tune into the pre-trial motions there. It's starting to get kind of juicy, and even with them, it's, you sort of think, okay, there's so much evidence that they're discussing in discovery that you're like, and what we know as the public, it's like, whoa, he's innocent until proven guilty in the court of law, but who else would it be? And that's not the way we should really think at all. That's definitely not the way we should think, but it's the kind of, we have the few hours away. Interesting. Still would have been majorly impactful for you though, right? Being so close, because it was huge, clearly global, and very like tragic, really tragic. So I'm sure you felt the impact and likely still do. So, okay, cool. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, you would. I mean, it's huge, and it's still kind of going with all the and I haven't really followed all the Becky stuff, but that's now. Yeah, I need to kind of catch up, but I'll do that once Karen Reed's all done and dusted and settled down. I'll kind of catch up with that because I do want to. But yeah, so all right. You know what? I was kind of jotting down. I thought I'll just go on and talk about this week. And I thought, hang on, I don't even know where to start. What happened this week? Where did it start? What happened Monday? Because Proctor seems like so long ago. But it was Monday and Wednesday. But it seems like a week ago, like last week, that Proctor kind of testified. Sorry, my neck's a bit sore. I am really tired because I've been watching the trial at night. So I am. Arnold, come here. Arnold, hang on. Sorry. Arnold, come here. I'm back. So what was I saying? That, yeah, it just seems like so long ago that Proctor was on the stand and that we had, I mean, Bukaki seems like 2 weeks ago, but he finished testifying on Monday. So, right. I have not heard of him. Let me Google Todd Collap. Oh, yeah, wow. You know what? I have not heard of this one. Sometimes if I Google it and then kind of have a quick read, I kind of recognize faces. Wow. And from your did you say, yeah, in your county? That's nuts. He was into real. Yep, I'm going to. Pebbles, I'm going to. Convicted of murdering 7 people in South Carolina between 2003 and 2016. Currently serving 7 consecutive life sentences without parole. Cool. I will definitely look into that. Fascinating. Super sad, but fascinating. And did that affect you? Did you have kind of a direct impact? Do you know anyone that knew him or any of the victims? Or, surely there would be. It doesn't take much to have 6 degrees of separation, particularly in your county. I've been following the LISC Long Island SK this week, and wow, get out of town. See, that is wow. Yeah, well, you should come on one day if you want to and talk to me. You can tell me all about it. Come on and be live with me. And you can tell me all about it if you want to. If not, that's cool too. But no, but he was 1 mile from yours. I have a look at I've been watching the updates on Rex Heuermann, Long Island serial, and it's just bizarre. Even his neighbours, when he was first kind of arrested, are they were he's lived there for decades. His whole life, I think he lived there in that house when he was a child too. So, you know, he used to, his neighbour had to tell him off once, or maybe more than once actually, because his neighbour's wife, would sunbake in the front yard on the lounge chair, the sun lounge, and his neighbour had to tell him to kind of cut it out because he was being sus, peeking over the fence at his wife. So there was no trial. He pled out to keep from getting, wow. So you guys have DP there still? The DP is crazy too. We don't have that in Australia anymore, and haven't for a long time. All right. So I'm trying to kind of I'm just having a look at X to going back to Monday seems like such a long time ago, isn't it? And I don't really want to stream, we do that all the time and everyone else does that, and I'm just reading X. I love that Sean's kind of back in the groove. He posted this, tweeted this a little while ago. I'm not going to even waste my time clipping the test videos from the backing up of the SUV at the Canton Police Department. If any moron believes that John O'Keefe, a 16-year veteran of the Boston Police Department, allowed himself to be killed from a tank bearing down on him from 61 feet, needs to see a shrink ASAP. Did you hear that engine? The silence from the Boston Police Department is outrageous. Trooper Paul is yet another disgrace, having agreed to be involved in this prosecutorial sham. 100. That was nuts today. Maybe I should just work backwards. Let's have a look. Pebbles. They found a woman in a storage container on his property. Oh, no. And was she found, like she was, did she survive though? Or how chilling. I can't even imagine kind of having, I'm going to take these out. I don't really need them. Having something like that so close. All right. Okay, so maybe I just will. Maybe we'll go and have a look. She did. She was at his court sentencing. Oh, wow. Good. Hope she's all right. Ah. Yeah, it is. It's on. I've just found it. Oh, no wonder. It's just no. I'm talking to myself. Hang on. But yeah, I found it. Hang on. You're going to get me down the hole, aren't you? That was taken away from both Scott Jr. and myself. With all of this being said, I want to formally apologize to you, Mr. Colfax, for whatever Scott or Brian said to you or did to you while you were doing business with them that made you feel less of a person or mad. I'm sorry that you felt deceived or even felt they weren't being businesslike during your transaction. I've heard you say in your interrogation that you felt like they were making fun of you. I know both of these men, and I knew their tendency to joke around, and they did it a lot. I also know that they both had the heart on the side of Texas. They had led the motorcycle industry in which they worked. They also loved their interaction. I think I've been talking and you haven't been able to hear me. So yeah, thanks so much for letting me know. I'm definitely going to have a look into that. I was saying, because I don't think you would have heard me, I'm not sure what particular court hearing that was. That's another victim of his. Todd went into a motorcycle shop, killed her husband. Right. Yeah, because she mentioned bikes. Yeah, so that must be victim impact statements or something, clearly. Yeah. Cool. Thanks so much for letting me know. I'll have a look into a deep dive into into that. How sad, hey? All right. Yeah, it's good. It's good because, yeah, I love it. I love a good deep dive, and yeah, I've never heard of him, so thank you. All right, I'm going to have a look at you know what? I think I'm going to start with today because I just can't go that far back. I feel, and everyone else has covered it anyway this week, and everyone's kind of like, if you guys feel how I feel, I'm like, oh, my brain's like so full. I'm just going to have a quick look at today, and then I probably won't be on that long, maybe another half an hour. And I need to go to bed. I need to sleep. It's nearly midnight here. Okay, so what am I looking for? Law and Crime, Karen Reid. And we won't just watch it. We'll kind of zip through it. Cool.
For you. com.apple.mobile Safari plist.
This chick was
It
so
is very
funny.
common in mobile devices for it to look like a reverse domain name. Like you normally would go to a site like CNN.com. Typically, those names are like the opposite. So com.apple is going to be representative of a native Apple application. So this particular plist was related to that. A plist is, or called a property list, is a data structure that's unique to Apple devices, and there is data pertaining to Google search, not just Google searches, search history that's stored there. There's also, I found evidence of these search terms in Knowledge CDB. The Knowledge C database is an Apple database that is meant to store information about users so it can determine
I can't.
our private searches.
You have to answer.
She was, as I said earlier, sure, she was passionate. She loves her job. She's excited, but man, no, I can't listen to it again. I zoned out. Like I couldn't, struggled with her today live. As I said, it was only because of the chat that I was kept.
Dissect
Wow,
that data
no,
and
stop.
determine what
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Okay, so I just want to have a quick look at Yanetti's cross though, because by the time that Yanetti crossed her, I was zoned out. I was just like over it. I was like, doesn't matter. She doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant what her findings are, because I'd heard enough in between all of her words. I heard enough where I was like, this is not going to matter. She's nothing. She's literally, as I said, she's got creds. She's got, you were not alone, Pebbles. Like, it was confusing. And I think that's why by kind of halfway through and then by the end of it, I thought, it doesn't even matter if her findings, like an expert witness, as we now know, because most of the Commonwealth's expert witnesses are just cops. They're just, it's an opinion-based expert. So it's like me saying, okay, well, I think, Pebbles, that you're an expert on Todd Colehep, right? But compared to other people, you're probably not, but compared to me, you are. And that's kind of, there's no actual, I'm pretty sure it's broadly speaking anyway, that there's actually really no standard, because all standards are different, which is why like Trooper Paul was able to do a crash course on the testing, the Lexus testing. He basically did a crash course, got a certificate or whatever to say, yep, you understand it, you pass these credentials, and it was up to Lally or the Commonwealth to say, yeah, okay, well, we deem him an expert enough to be able to explain it adequately to a jury, even though he did not, and he has not, and he won't either. So again, if he's let in at all, to give that evidence, which I don't think he will be, but it is Bev. So, but she was terrible, and hi Jen. I don't know what you're asking, morning or evening. Oh, as in whether to say good morning or good evening. Cool. It's actually nearly midnight here. I'm in Queensland, Australia. So just say good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good night. Hey, welcome. Thanks so much for popping in and saying hi. I was just talking about oh, it's your morning. Cool. Where are you? So you're in the States, because it's nearly 10 a.m. on the East Coast, right? Yeah, I'm evening. Yeah, I'm nearly midnight Saturday night. Yeah, 10 a.m. Yeah. You guys have still got all of your Saturday. My Saturday's over. Yeah. Iowa. Awesome. How cool. It's so awesome to see where everyone's from. Hey, I love it. I'm having a look at where Iowa is on the map, because I feel really bad, because off the top of my head, I don't know. You're in the middle. Yeah. Do you border with, oh no, not quite. Awesome. Okay, so you border with Minneapolis, is that right? I don't know, it's all kind of joining. But yeah, I love the States. And I've been a couple of times, but I've never been, as I was saying, at Pebbles. Pebbles is in South Carolina. Hot there, yeah. On the Mississippi River. Cool. Ah, how nice. Yeah, I love it. But I've only been to like LA, New York, Vegas, Hawaii, which is amazing. It's kind of, when you're coming so far to America, you go to all of the places that you're like, oh, hello, yay, Jakarta, are you here? And I'm here. Yay. And then there were 3. Welcome. We're just talking about America. And yeah, so Pebbles is in South Carolina and Jen's in Iowa. I haven't been to either. Have you? So, yay. Jakarta girl's actually near me. She's a local, which is so awesome. I actually went out for dinner tonight with a girlfriend. I was telling her, because she asked me how it was going, and I was like, it's so good. Like, the community, obviously, in Boston and the States is huge. I was telling her about Dylan and stuff in Wales, and then I'm like, but it like extends. There's so many Aussies that have reached out to me, and they're like, hey, because there's not really heaps of streamers here, like that kind of do what the Glera and I'm not going to rattle them all off. It's not like I'm favoriting the Glera, but it's like, yeah, I am actually really tired. It's been a huge week, hey. Neither of those have been to SFO, as in San Francisco, Miami, and New Orleans. Oh, cool. See, I haven't been to San Fran, haven't been to Florida or New Orleans. So you've been to some like authentic America. I haven't. I've only kind of been to the super touristy spots. Although I did go to where did I go? No, I was going to say Tijuana, but that's Mexico. Yeah. So, but I love it. I love America. I wouldn't worry about going back to Vegas, like whatever. I've been 3 times. And yeah, it's Vegas, it's fine. But it's like, yeah, but I love New York and I've always wanted to live there. And I've only been once. Love it. Heaps. So, well, we should go. We should make it happen. I want to go. Like I need to go. We should go. Oh, cool, Jen. I mean, do you go much? You must go kind of fairly. You know what I'm going to do, which will be fun, is just show you where I live. For you guys in America. And I'll get this chick off because she just drove me nuts today. Let's just come back. Yeah. It'd be like the place to go, right? If you're going to go, and it'd be like the place to go if you've got an event or like a big birthday or hens or whatever. Like a week away with, I don't know, whoever, your family, but you're like it's just like the place to kind of go. Whereas here for us, I guess that's kind of like, well, it depends on where you live. But for me, if I was, it's the Gold Coast really. But even that, I'm like, I'd rather go probably to Melbourne or Sydney. I think so. Oh, maybe not. Pebbles, are you still here? Oh, Jen, you've got a good friend in Perth, Western Australia. Cool. And so you haven't been to Australia? Pebble, are you still here? He has a caravan, he travels in a lot. Oh, legend. Is he from Iowa? You haven't been to Australia, no. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. You just know, yeah, but Australia's good. So different. I'm going to try and load Google Earth, but it's being really slow. It took me like 20 minutes to get StreamYard working tonight. Bizarre. And Google Earth is slow anyway. Oh, look at that. Look where I am, of course. Right on top of Fairview. Because I'm not obsessed or anything. Okay, let me have a look. See, I haven't been to Perth yet. I haven't been to Northern Territory or WA. But yeah, everyone loves Perth. Everyone that goes is like, everyone, loves it. I grew up in Sydney in Queensland. So how long have you been here? My girl Elise got stuck in Queensland over COVID. Did she love that she was stuck here though? It's kind of not the worst place to be stuck, right? Yeah. COVID was nuts. Cool. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's slow. 34 February. Okay. Let's fly to where we are. Yep, it's like super lucky. It is literally people work all year to come and spend all of their annual leave here. So I'll just zoom out a bit so you can see. I'll zoom out all the way so you can see. So there we are. So I was born in Sydney and I grew up mainly in Brisbane, lived up north a little bit, but if you zoom in, so Brisbane is our capital city and I live on the Sunshine Coast. So that's the Gold Coast, which is kind of people from overseas generally are like, oh, Australia, or from America. Yeah, so they know like Sydney, Melbourne, Gold Coast, generally speaking, which is kind of like the LA, New York. So, yeah, live on the beach. I'm super close to the beach. Can't see it, but I would be there in 45 seconds if I got up and walked. I'm down this end of the coast. In a place called Moffat Beach. And this is my little beach here. Let me see if I can. You can streak it on the beach. No, I was going to say. Or maybe you can. I've never tried. Here we go. You can. That's awesome. Hopefully you can hear me. And listening to her, right? I know. It's like, yeah, the chat. How funny. Yep. It's a dog. Yep. Dogs allowed. Yep. It's good. So over here is gonna let me walk over there. But over there, yeah, just over there is like a lakey kind of thing. And the dog, but yeah, the dogs can go along anywhere. So it's awesome. Like walk up here, walk up the cliff. I'm surprised it let me down on the beach, to be honest. The Google Maps person obviously came down to take a photo. Oh no, this is not official. It's someone's taken the photo. Cool. Yeah, let's go to official Street View and I can. There you go. So that's like my little street and the beach from there. Stunning. Pretty much looks like that every day. There's no real, like, we don't get obviously snow or anything like that. It's middle of winter now or 2 weeks into winter officially, and it's, I don't even know what, it's 13 degrees at the moment, which is cold for here. And it's midnight. I think we're still having like 20-degree kind of days, 23-ish maybe. I don't look at the weather, which is kind of nice. So yeah, that's where I'm from. Little shops. I don't know if you're interested in this, but I love it. Like I'm so interested in looking at things that, yeah, I love meeting people from places and being like, oh, cool, yeah. So especially like overseas, kind of fascinated and interested. So yeah, super pretty, hey. This is like round here is kind of the more touristy spot. So Caloundra, the main part of Caloundra, which is Kings Beach, and Happy Valley, Book Beach. So all of here is like cafes and restaurants and hotels. It's not huge or anything. It's kind of like a sleepy coastal, it's not party central or anything. It's more kind of family friendly and stuff. But yeah, really lovely. Oh, hey, Tim from Florida. Yay. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks so much for saying hello. I was just actually showing where I am in the world. So this is kind of where, what if any? I just said kind of and reminded myself of Lally. This is sort of where, if anywhere, do you live? Yeah. I'll zoom back out. I don't know if you saw Tim just so you can see, but yeah, so I don't live here. I don't know if you can see my cursor or not. Yeah, so that's Queensland, Australia. Round another way. I need to turn it around. I don't know how on this. So Tasmania is not really at the top, although it depends how you view the top. That's upside down. Okay. There we go. Now we're up the right way. Yeah, so Australia and you guys are around here, over Hawaii and across. There we go. Tim, have you been to Australia? Just back from walking the trail with my pup. Awesome. Whereabouts in Florida are you? And you're up the hill a bit, yes. You're in a hilly area. It's super pretty though, I love it. Stop that, my drink just slid off the table. Well, I can't even remember what am I stopping? Who's stopping what? Stop that, my drink. Oh, I don't know. I'm so tired. Yes, so what was I doing? Going back to my obsession with, here we go. What's that? Oh, that's the Museum of Fine Art. I want to go. I need to go. I need to go and see Vibe. Where are we? Are you here? Anyway, I've got to show you guys where it is. I do have it marked somewhere. Isn't it like, there's Arlington, Medford? Isn't it sort of this side-ish? It's actually quite huge. It seems quite massive, Boston. Oh, no, it's down here, isn't it? Is it? I'm lost now. Oh, no, it's down here, yeah. I was way off. I'm good. There we go. There's Canton. Yeah, I was way off. See, it's actually quite big. Considering, this isn't like city of Boston, but it is still kind of technically right without being super metro. It looks so freaking gorgeous and quaint. Oh, I flipped Australia, yeah. Pat from Mexico, yay! Welcome, how cool. That's so good. Yes, what kind of pup do you have? I have a Chihuahua. And he comes from Mexico. Hey, Keith, how you doing? Yay. So good to have you. So good. Whereabouts from Mexico are you, Pat? Did I ask that? How's it going, Keith? How good? Thanks for coming and saying hello. I was just stalking Canton in Google Earth, which I don't really need to do because you guys know what you're looking at. I've only been to Puerto Rico and Canada. I'm on the East Coast in Sebastian. It's about halfway down the state. Yeah. Oh, does he? I don't know why I pictured him on the East Coast. I don't know if he's ever actually disclosed where he lives exactly. So he's on the West Coast, right? East Coast in Sebastian. A Catahoula. Thanks, Jen. Keith's awesome. Yeah, I've vibed with Keith in the chats and maybe X. I have a Catahoula. He just turned 13 years old. I actually don't know what a Catahoula is. I'm going to Google it. Oh, wow. A leopard dog. I was going to say, does this dog, it kind of appears to have, yeah, working dog. Gorgeous. Intelligent, inquisitive, energetic, independent, gentle, and loving. How gorgeous. Are there Catahoulas in Australia? WA, the bloodlines gene pool in Australian Catahoulas are pretty small. Yeah, so because I didn't know what they were. Gorgeous. It's a party. It's a party. Look, I know. Interesting because so like the east side is South Miami and stuff, isn't it? Like Orlando, South Miami is east side, East Coast, right? Yeah, so sad. Yeah. It's been really good actually the last 24 hours. He's kind of popped back up on Twitter and saying g'day and getting his mofos, getting it all out. So yeah, hopefully he's doing all right. He's awesome. Love Sean. Obviously, we all love Sean, and yeah, miss him heaps. Can't wait to have him back. But yeah, whenever he's ready, that's what I mean. That's why I want to go, Jakarta. I want to go over there and meet these people. Like, I want to meet you all. Oh, he's a hunter and amazing swimmer. No fear of the ocean waves. That's gorgeous. What does he hunt? No, I hadn't heard of the breed either, Jakarta. I just Googled them. That's super cute. They're actually, yeah, I mean, when I first looked at the face, I'm like, but they're a working dog. Leopard dog. They're an American dog breed. Super gorgeous. Has he? I don't know. I'm lost. I'm not sure what I'm up to. Yes, for Miami side. Orlando's the middle. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about like him piping up on X? Yeah. Yeah, and he's like himself getting all fired up. He's awesome. I can show you if you like. Let's have a look. No, I need to go there. I just had it. What color is yours? Like, what color is yours, Tim? How cute, hey? Tall. Official state dog of Louisiana. High activity level, still easy for the breed to become overweight, yada yada. Yeah, let's find some more pics. Aww. Holy crap, they're super cute. I love dogs. Do you have a dog or dogs, Ducati? Really? Really? I don't really know who you mean. If anybody. Who, if anybody? Far out. Not that it matters, and I don't really care. Like, I love him. I've got, don't question him at all. His credibility, he is, and as best as I can from, freaking the other side of the world. No, I've never questioned. I love him, and I want to meet him. They're bred to hunt dogs, round up cattle. Yeah, so yeah, I used to have an Australian cattle dog, a blue heeler, and they're different. But yeah, I just have him as a pet though. So is Hamish. He's a protector of me and of smaller dogs that are being picked on by bigger dogs. How gorgeous! Love that. Oh, yay! Love. Oh, I've got a cat too. He's quite old now, but he's good. He's super chill and super like. He was a rescue in December 2018. I rescued him, and he pretty much he's very autonomous. As long as he's got like his food bowl is like lumped, he's fine, because as soon as it gets flat, like close to the rim, it's obviously in cat land, that means empty. So as long as he's got like water and his cushions are on his bed and there's food lumped, he's cool. He just kind of, like the people, like my neighbors all know him, and he'll just like chill on the driveway in the sun. He's huge. He's awesome. I love him. And his name's just Puss. Stains is brown with black spots and about knee high and 79 pounds. Right. This is the old, right, what's 79 pounds in kilos? I know what you're talking about. 35 kilos. Holy shit. I want a hug. I miss having a big dog. I miss having Hamish, who, we lost him 2 years ago, actually. He was, a blue heeler. And just such a beautiful boy. He was nearly 10. I love dogs. I know. Yeah, it'll be good. You can't, hey. You have to share a pic in the, or message it to me on Facebook or something, Tim. Oh, cute. Yeah, awesome. Change your profile pic. Good. Dog. He certainly wasn't like flicked and tossed like freaking Tasmanian devil, like old mate today suggested. Like, seriously? What do you think? There's Pebbles. Pebbles is here. Ducati was asking about you. So I was going to show you while we're... Can you see X? Pebbles, what are you saying no to? Damage to John? No dog? Maybe I should do a poll. I can practice because I don't know how to do it yet. You can do them. Yeah. Let's have a look. Brand, private chat. It's so awesome you guys hanging out with me and just chatting. It's so funny. Even Sean has said like how weird it is just talking to a computer screen. Obviously, he's got like thousands in his chat, and but it's still kind of weird because you're like, but I love it. And I basically just say all of this in my head anyway, but at least now. I wonder, how do you actually banners? No. Brand, no. I'm excited to also, how like Glara does the clips and stuff. Yeah, I don't know how to do that yet. I mean, I think I kind of do, but I don't. I don't know. I actually can't work out how to do a poll. A question, yeah. I don't think it was the dog, in your opinion. So if you don't think it was the dog, what do you think it was? This is cool. This is why I wanted to start my channel, because it's like, I didn't even know really that anyone else thought it was anything but the dog, aside from, yeah, I just thought that kind of, yeah, it's the general consensus, right? Free Karen readers. Ducati girl. So yeah, I'm keen, Pebbles, to know if you do have an actual theory then. Without question, I reckon dog. Did you see where that dog trainer talked on the issue and brought along one of the fake arms they used to train attack dogs with Melanie, Melanie Little? Yeah, I did. Yeah, but I have to rewatch it because I haven't watched it since it was live, which was like January, I think, right? Tail lights, really, Pebbles? You think it's tail light? I don't. I just can't. It's thick. It's thick. It's like I just can't see. Pebbles, have you watched Melanie Little at all? Like, you know where to find her, I mean. Yeah, I think it was. Here, I'll see if I can find it, and I'll put the link in the chat to that particular episode if you like. What are you guys looking at? Are you looking at my Twitter? Sorry. All right. I'm just going to stop sharing. Actually, what I'll do, hang on, is we'll share instead, and I can go there and have a quick look because I haven't seen it for ages. I won't watch it because now what can you see? Old mate. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm on the right screen. Let's go to and I'll post it. I'll put the link in the chat anyway for you, or in the comment. We'll be up here. All right, so it is. Yeah, it wasn't too far into her kind of covering it. Here we go.
Keith's right arm that people are trying to tell us was not caused by an animal attack or a dog attack of any kind, but was caused by a low-speed motor vehicle accident. First thing we're going to do.
Can you guys hear her?
Aggressing and trying to get the dogs to actually, one of the hardest things to teach a police dog to do actually is bite human flesh. It's very hard to do because dogs, generally speaking, are man's best friend. And so to get them to actually go from biting equipment to actually biting real human. Some dogs, it's a very easy transition. Those are those harder dogs, a little bit crazier. But most of the time, we actually have a hard time getting them to commit to a bite. And so a dear friend of mine, actually, Steve Sprouse, who's been in the police canine world for probably almost 4 decades, invented this equipment that I want to show you now. And his company is called Arm & Lagan. And what he does is he creates these prosthetic limbs specifically made for teaching police dogs how to bite. And this particular one has a little bit more than a handful of bites on it. The idea here being we set up a scenario, a training scenario with a bat.
That was nuts. This week has been nuts. I feel like that's why I think like I'm exhausted. But today was just it was a mess. It was a mess. Who's chat? Who were you guys watching with when that was happening? I was streaming with Turtle Boy. Oh, it was funny because he wasn't at court today. He was at home today, and he's like, "What the like? What of the day that I actually stay home?" As in, did she go to the waterfall and was she talking to a witness? That rumor? Weird. But it would only happen in this trial. It wouldn't happen. It would only happen in this trial, right? In this case. I reckon we will find out eventually. And I actually saw her. I saw her, but didn't know, like the rest of the world likely didn't. I remember because she walked past Melanie Little in between kind of where, the O'Keeffes sit and Karen's family sit. And she was walking really fast. And she had like a blood red sleeveless shirt on, I think, maybe with blonde hair. But I didn't think twice about it. It's not like I thought, I'm going to go and see who that was. It wasn't until everything went kind of nuts that I was like, oh, was that chick in the red shirt that seemed to be walking quite fast toward the judge? I just assumed, I didn't even think. I just didn't even, kind of. But then now it's this huge thing and it's like nuts. Initially, I actually haven't hung out much with Andrea. I've tiny bits. But yeah, I love Dylan. He's so beautiful. He's so beautiful. When you say you're back and forth on this case, what do you mean? Who was being escorted by 2 bailiffs? The juror? She got escorted out? I mean, I was even like, because everyone was kind of going bananas and losing. I don't know what Dylan did because I was over with Turtle Boy because he was streaming live today. But I heard that Glera kind of was like freaked out and like cancelled his stream, and I think Emily Baker cancelled hers, and so Turtle was just like going off because he's like didn't want to cancel it because he's First Amendment and all that sort of stuff, which like he cracks me up. She was escorted in. Really? For doing what? Or is that what we don't know? Dylan kept streaming. He didn't delete it. Good on him. Oh, I didn't see that. Did we see that? Or is that like reported? No one saw that, did they? Or they did? I don't know. Right to sidebar. This is interesting. So they brought her in via the public entry. For doing what? Is that what we actually don't know? What there's been no clarification around. That's what the waterfall rumour and stuff is about, right? But then a second juror left today too, yeah? That was what was aired. Oh, I can't remember her being escorted. But as I said, I wasn't really looking. I just kind of remember seeing the red shirt. I didn't know who it was in an odd place, which is why I can't remember seeing bailiffs. Yeah, right. Jen's like, was that on Dylan's stream? I'm going to go find it and have a look. Me too. Oh, you were on Dylan's stream. Cool. Crafty Cow, afternoon from Scotland. Yay. So the lady was, they were just escorted in with 2 cops and was clearly seen before the camera dipped. Yeah, I remember seeing her, but had it have not been a But I thought anyway, the funniest thing I thought about it was Bev's meltdown and how she's like, cameras are off, there's no streaming. And I was like, this is ridiculous. Why is she like punishing everyone else that's tuning in because something went wrong? And it's not like the end of the world. Like, it's not ideal, but it was not like it was a complete overreaction, in my opinion. Particularly if she was in trouble anyway, right? And I think another juror left like a week or so. Yeah. I thought it might have been 2 today for some reason. Lil meltdown temperature. She is shocking, hey? She's shocking. Welcome again, Crafty Cow from Scotland. How exciting. I'm going to go back to Pebble's comment because I love the fence sitting. One day I'm saying Karen did it, and the next day saying set up. Pebbles is also saying that she thinks the cuts on John's arms were caused by the tail light. Fascinating to see other people's and hear your views. Because I don't have any expertise, right? Like, I'm literally not an expert. I'm not like I'm not in a medical profession. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a cop. I'm just Lil. And sometimes I think to myself, am I like kind of biased? Am I swayed because I don't, not in terms of she didn't do it, like whether or not I do believe in Karen's innocence and I do believe that she's been framed, but in terms of the dog bites, but there's not much, there's no way I think the tail lights did it. But I haven't really deep dived, right? It's not like I've done authoritative research and can say, because, I'm not an expert. I just don't think. I think in its totality with everything else, I just think that the dog got him. Okay, let's have a look. I don't think Bev knew it was about to happen. Well, that's right. So that's what I mean. So the juror is never, like, it's not like jurors enter or exit there anyway. And, okay, so Bev didn't realise. So it was ultimately just one of those things that happened so it's not like she was expecting, and she wouldn't, had she have expected the bailiff to be kind of bringing in a rogue juror, she wouldn't have had it in front of the cameras and all the court either, I would imagine. So it was just one of those things that kind of happened. Judge should have told them to turn the camera off. Yeah, if she'd have known, I guess. Yeah. So if she didn't know, what do you do? Anyway, all good. At least they continued to air it. I was just going to be gutted. And it was a tanty because she's like, no more cameras, no more streaming. It's like, calm down. It's fine. You don't need to blame the camera. Just chill. All right. Just one juror, but 2 in total now. Hey, but 1 today. Her reaction was over the top. It's not like all the other people in court can see the jurors. Yeah, exactly. It was completely over the top, but she is over the top. She's nuts. Love. Pebbles, my daughter was attacked by a collie, had stitches from head to toe. Shit. None of her injuries were as big as John's. See, that's like a personal, yeah. See, I haven't been attacked. I haven't ever been seen close up. Not to that extent. I've really only seen like this, right? And other things I've watched along the way.
Bad guy, let's say. The dog, by the way, does not know it's a training scenario. That's the ticket. That's the trick.
I'm going to, though, copy this link because it's a really good episode and I might even watch it again. Yeah, I'm sure it's possible too. And I'm not saying that it would be impossible because I'm not a tail light expert or a accident reconstructionist, although I reckon I could do it better than Trooper Old Mate that was trying to do it today. I don't know how to pin. I've seen local corruption in my town, but nothing like in this trial. Yeah. It's scary, hey? Yeah. I think I've not really seen it, definitely not firsthand. And it's so often, particularly here in Australia, I think, I mean, we've had the big kind of stories over the years, and I delved into like, definitely like Melbourne and kind of like the underbelly with Carl Williams but yeah, Roger Rogerson in Sydney and stuff like that. I've kind of looked into a little bit, but corruption kind of continues because they get away with it. Yeah. And that's why it runs so deep, because it becomes part of the lifeblood of the organization, and the way that, yeah. So but it's super scary, and it's just, I do often catch myself, particularly when you're telling someone about it that doesn't know about it, and it's like, I know it sounds ridiculous. It sounds absolutely ridiculous, particularly if you're trying to give them like an elevator pitch. It's because you can't. You're like, I'd rather just almost not even start talking about it, because it's like, I can't, because you're going to think I'm nuts. And I get so like chatty and passionate about it that I also then get annoyed if they kind of zone out. So I'm like, no, it's fine. It's just yeah. But if they're interested, I would definitely tell them. I grew up on a farm in WA or here. We had 5 dogs. I've been around them all my life, seen injuries from dogs that look very much like that. Interesting. Like working dogs. So like collies and healers and stuff. Kelpies. Yeah, a dog can do that damage. It bites and pulls. The pulling is what created the lacerations. Yeah. Well, yeah. I've been in 2 serious car crashes, and the worst one, I was cut all over with the glass. No cuts like John's, and the glass took weeks. Well, it would. It's kind of like bitumen. If you fall off your bike or whatever, fall on bitumen, it can almost never come out, like, or tar or whatever, hey? I'm just going to read that again. 2 serious worst one, I was cut all over. So with the glass from the windows, not with like the tail light or headlight. Interested to know. Sheepdogs, babies. They're fascinating to watch too. Love it. So clever, so smart, and gorgeous and loyal. I had to break 2 bulldogs off a smaller dog a couple of days ago. Wow. Wow, the internal damage was crazy. Unfortunately, the little girls, no. Oh no. What was this, just like in like around where you live? Were you just like kind of walking the trail or whatever, like around you? Or is this, yeah, oh my goodness. That's traumatic. That's so freaking sad. The little girl's pup. Oh, that's super sad. How horrible. Yeah, can't get over all. I mean, yeah, it's like the drinking and driving is almost to me like whatever. It's obviously no good, but yeah, crazy. And they will lock you up for it. That's, yeah, exactly, because it's, The underage drinking, no charges, yeah. I mean, everyone that drove from the waterfall that night, allegedly, based on what I've seen and heard, was over the limit. There's no way. And I reckon Karen, she's so tiny. And based on, I don't know, I just don't imagine, she doesn't come across as like a piss head. She had, even if she did have 6 drinks, I don't think she had 9 or whatever I think she had. I really don't. And I haven't actually gone back and watched Bukaki's footage where he pointed out every single drink she was poured in the shot, because I haven't really had a chance to, but it also shits me to tears. I struggle sometimes to go back and watch that stuff because of the way that Lally, it's only so much I can cope with. Do you find like I can't rewatch everything? But I'd love to go back and rewatch that and try and count for myself and see. At the end, I don't really think it matters because, again, like there's nothing, as far as reliable evidence goes, there's nothing. It's undetermined as to what her BAC was at 12:30 that night. Yeah. Yeah, same. And I've Googled it and stuff. Yeah, windscreen and door glass, it kind of scoops out your skin, not slashes. Yes. Yeah, because it shatters. It furrows. That's right. So the slashes are, that's right, and that's actually a good word for it because they're like slashes, right? So they're literally like that. You need something to do that. So whether it's teeth or it's glass, but it's glass not from impact, it's someone actually cutting you with a jagged glass or a knife, or it's a dog or an animal of some kind. It's definitely not just being cut because the tail light smashed into 47 pieces and left vertical furrows on your right arm. Like, that's just ridiculous, in my opinion. Loads, yeah, it is 100%. But that's why it's there, because we don't know about it. That's the whole point. Or it's not provable. Remember, Higgins told someone he was trying. Yeah, exactly. He was trying to pull the dog away from John. And that's interesting too, because I don't even know where that came from. Is it legit, or is it like, where did that come from? I've heard it, but I can't remember where it came from or its legitimacy or anything. So I wonder if you guys know. I say out of every bad situation, something good comes about. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've heard it too, but I haven't heard it. Certainly wasn't in court or anything like that. So sad, but maybe from John's death, he's helping uncover the deep corruption. Yeah. Gitmo Holiday, hi. Good to see you. They're just gaslighting us. If you don't see what they want you to see, you must be crazy. 100%. 100%. Holy shit. So, Sean said Higgins told one or more of his buddies. That's right. Or maybe I didn't know. Yeah. I knew I hadn't heard it in court or read it only in terms of official. Yeah. He does. That's why I'm so fascinated by him too, and his passion, and it's awesome. Keith, there was a good comparison of the armpits of John and a German Shepherd nails. Oh yeah, I did see that too. Some nails, they did. That was only in the last few weeks, right? Might have even been on X. How funny are they? Here you go with Sean. Can you guys see that? Oh no. No. No, I want to see it. I really want to see it. When was that? How come he was in Tennessee? I don't know how I feel about Higgins, though. I don't know. I feel I'm interested in Higgins. I need to kind of sit down and think about that a bit more and probably watch his cross again. If you believe in astrology, I do. Astrology, apparently I've been a lot of corruption. Really? I've got, that's interesting. I do believe in that. I've got the Pattern app. Do you have that, Gicardi girl? The Pattern? So good. It's really on point. I'll have to have a look at it. It was very personalised though. I was watching the trial and heard a lady screaming. Once I got outside, she pointed me to the dogs, which were 2 houses away. Oh, that's horrible. Far out. I don't know which war. I don't know the details, and I don't even know if he suffered from PTSD. But again, I've heard that. I've heard that because he was so I don't know where he went or where he served, but yeah, I have heard. I think again, Sean may have mentioned that. Didn't see that pic of Higgins. Yeah, I want to see it. I think it was Higgins that kind of orchestrated the Aruba girls and the Aruba motive, like the motive for Karen. I think that all came from Higgins because Karen confided in him, right? We saw those texts where she was talking about Aruba with Higgins. So I reckon he orchestrated that nice little motive and handed that to the cops when he gave them Proctor Trooper, when he gave Proctor Trooper his little extraction that he'd done himself. Let me look. Thanks, Keith. Yay. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, I really want to see it. Tim, I cannot fathom participating in covering up for one person. Oh, the Pattern. Yeah, it's literally the Pattern. It's really good, that app. To give up my freedom and career is not something I would do, nor let a person have that power over me. It's nuts, isn't it? I've started saying because all of this just because nobody would put Brian Albert in a corner, which is most people, I don't know. It's very obvious to me what it's referencing, but no one puts Baby in a corner. That's what Dirty Dancing, because I grew up obsessed with Patrick Swayze and wanted to be Baby. But that's it, right? No one puts Brian Albert in a corner. It's like, what? Who cares about Brian Albert? It frustrates me. Yeah, I can't see your handles, right? I can only see like your usernames. I can't see your handles. So sucks because half the time, yeah, I don't know. No, cute. How fun is it? This is so good. I love it. Feds will come for him unless he's made a deal with them, which I don't think he did, because if he did make a deal, I mean, that's true. He may have more to offer. It's kind of independent though of Karen's case, because I think if he could, I don't know, if he could get himself out of the hole by giving exculpatory, I don't know, but then like if he does know, or it's him that did it, in which case he's only going to be given a deal for anything that's not murder, right? That he's committed. So yeah, he might just be up shit creek, but they'll come for him anyway. I learnt interesting. Mafia fascinates me too. I've done a lot of deep dives. Huge. But fun fact, which I only learnt last week, is that Springfield is the most. There's like 11 or 12 Springfields in the States, right? Or is there more than that? It's like the most. I think there's more Springfields anyway in the States than there is any other name of a town. Is that true? Which is why kind of The Simpsons used Springfield as their town. Yeah, I don't know. I'm both. So like I say username is like, your username to me is Ducati Girl. And then, but your handle is, which is what confused me when you commented on last week on my stream, I think. And I didn't realize that it was you from the chat, because it came in the comment section, it came up as at whatever. So if you were, yeah, I don't know, doesn't matter. I worked it out, but yeah, and from here I can only see. So some people might have their full like last name or whatever is, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm like, feel like I'm not getting my words out. Let's have a look. Higgins needs to stay up north and not come to Florida. I thought he was in Florida. And again, I don't know why I thought that. I thought he was in Florida. Yeah, he was forced into confessing that. And I think it was kind of talked about as to whether or not it was his mate, the one that helped him extract his cell phone data, if it was him that he kind of gave up in the proffer. But it's like, he wouldn't have got in trouble for that. It wouldn't be held against him. It's certainly, there's no way Alan Jackson would have been able to have raked him across the coals for that in court then. Do you know what I mean? I don't think. I don't know. I think about it all the time. I think that's why I want to go. I want to go and just, yeah, it must just be for the people that have lived there and still live there. It's devastating. It's devastating, and it will have a long-lasting impact. It's never going to go away now. It could have been shoved under the carpet, which was the idea. But the movement itself and the corruption and the wrongdoing, regardless of whether people, regardless of it, it's like, but it will, in the long run, it will. When you've got Peter, I was saying the other day, when you've got people like Rita and Tom and like Dana and Tracy and Dennis and Brenna Sweeney, that's just like 6 people. But if that, when you've got people that give a shit about where they live and their livelihood and that want it, they don't want to just keep kind of throwing stones. They want to help. They want to help Canton and they want it to be better. And so I think, it won't be overnight. It'll be a kind of a generational thing, not so much fully generational, but it'll take plenty of years. You are in Springfield. Cool. So did you know that fact, Keith? That, let me Google it. Springfield, USA. How many? How's many Springfields in the United States? 41. It's not 11. So that's Wikipedia, which is not always fully reliable, but not bad for something kind of fun. Okay. Did you know that? I didn't know that there were so many, whether it's, So how many Springfields are in the USA? Heaps, at least 40-ish. 41 There's here 21 of them are cities. Oh, sorry. So it's tied for 5th place for most common place names in the US. Washington's the most popular. What? Why are there so many Springfields in the United States? This is hilarious. If you Google it, there are like subreddits and it's like a thing. Anyway, it was my brother, I think, I was talking about Canton and Karen Reed. And I think he looked at Google Maps and he's like, oh, Springfield. And then, yeah, he knows kind of random facts like that. But apparently that's kind of why The Simpsons chose Springfield. Yeah, cool. He is. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So it's summer there now, hey? You guys loving the weather? Don't stop. I'll have to wait. I can't even start talking about the Adelsons or I won't stop. Yeah. 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 So I followed, did you watch Charlie's Trial? So I watched that just prior to finding Turtle Boy and Karen Reed in December. Like that's when I found Turtle Boy. But because I just spent way too, I was just I'd had enough of the Adelsons. I couldn't find any more information. I was like, I need something fresh and I needed something I could deep dive. So, and I found it. But I'm excited to cover that. I'm gonna do a live in probably when the trial's over, because obviously Donna's trial is in September, which is gonna be interesting. But I love Carl is it Steinbeck? Pretty sure it's Steinbeck. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. He's so awesome. If you don't follow him, Jakarta Girl, he's so good. Fancy fiction, amazing, like on YouTube for the Adelsons. Charlie's just been moved. He's in, I think it's South Dakota. He's in a South Dakota prison. I can't find him actually. I get updates on where he is. I'll show you something cool one day when I do that. I actually, I have emailed Charlie Adelson. Florida Tim. So if any of these cops suddenly retire, they are only doing it to keep their pension. Yeah. Yes. Like Brian Albert. Is he? He's not officially retired though, is he? Or is he? He is, I think. How far is Springfield from Canton? I don't think it's far, hey. Morrissey. Val. Can't stand him. He is. Val. Do you guys think that Lally's corrupt? I don't. You can't be that stupid. And if you were acting that silly, you couldn't keep up the act for that long. You know, you can act silly or dumb and play dumb, but you'd fall through the cracks. I think he's just he doesn't know how to read a room. I think he's intelligent. Like he knows his lawyery stuff to a degree. He's just completely almost, cannot read a room. Just not like, I want to see Lally in real life. I need to see them and be like, you guys real? Okay, so it's an hour and a half. I didn't think it was that far away. So it's quite big, right? Like as in, because Canton is still considered Greater Boston, not the city of Boston, but still Boston, but Greater Boston. Am I correct? Me too. Yeah. It's super pretty. So like quaint and picturesque. Gorgeous. It was beautiful in spring. Remember with Tom, he was loving spring too. He'd show us all the flowers. I remember when he's like, spring has sprung, and he would like get distracted with the camera and just like be looking at the trees, the flowers. It's gorgeous. Okay. Oh, so he was kind of like hiding out in Florida until the trial, do you reckon? Until he testified. So what's the go with Tennessee then, Keith? Why was he do we know why he was at Tennessee Airport? Is he living there or just randomly there? Was he going to visit the Glera? Well, this case just keeps on giving. Just like, it's bizarro world. It's crazy, but I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful because it's, okay. One thing I'm still unclear on, Brian Albert is retired, yeah? Yeah, I think so, but I don't know if it's like official or if he's just, I thought he was. I think he is. And he did say he was retired on his testimony. Did he? But I don't know if it's official retired and never to return or if he's on like kind of long, I don't know, maybe he's half retired or testing out retirement to see if he gets arrested. I don't know. Oh, see, Tim, I didn't think that the Springfield that the Simpsons had was actually a real place. I thought it was just not, obviously it's not a real place. You know what I mean? Like I thought it was just like a fictional place, and which I know it is. So funny. I'm so tired. Okay. Lally is the assistant. Yes, he is. So it would make sense. But he's also, I can't help but wonder if he's, what do you call it? They're like, what's the saying? I'm so sorry, I can't even think straight. You know, someone said it the other day. It's like a saying, the person that's so silly, but they're like used to do all basically what he's doing. So it's like almost like a laughing stock. But he doesn't know that. Like, is it the dumb twit or the no? Anyway, I don't know. I don't think he knows. He might like to have. It's kind of like his to have that. I don't know. I just don't know. He's got to be like that, and I don't know. You'd think he'd be more stressed and trying harder if he was actually corrupt and trying to seriously convict Karen, though, yeah? So I've tried to put myself in the shoes of Lally to try and think, okay, if I, oh, hang on, I might need to plug that in. Does that sound funny now? I'll do that just in case. Yeah, so if I was kind of had a gun to my head from a corrupt DA, such as Michael Morrissey and, you know, law enforcement officers, like, so if I was Lally and I had, like, oh, you know, you've got to get this, you've got to get her convicted, or you're in deep shit, Lally, right? Wouldn't you be thinking, like, you'd be putting your back into it. You wouldn't be like lallying around the way he does. And you'd be stressed. Feel like, I don't know. So he's either really stupid or he doesn't know what's going on. I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, you do. Because there's heaps, there's Washington, obviously, but then there's Chicago. I think, was it Chicago or Seattle that I learned there was way more than I thought. The Chicago, I don't know. Oh, cool. Where are you going to put it? How do you do it? Yay, I'm excited. Click the link. Here, I'll open it and show you. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I hope so. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. Let's have a look. I don't know how to fix it if you can't post the link. I don't have anything saying that you can't. Like, let me have a look at settings. General. No. Guess here. Oh no, that's guessed if you're coming on. I don't know. Everything's ticked. Like I'm not got any. Oh, you know what? It'd be in YouTube, not in StreamYard, I reckon. Hey. Let's have a look at my YouTube settings. Okay. Maybe it's in there where I can change the chat settings. I'm so keen to see it. Hey, Perry. No, I don't think Lally wants to be anywhere. That's what I mean. I can't. He's almost so monotone that it's like I can't imagine these any different outside of the courtroom because he doesn't change. That's okay, Keith. I'm going to go in and have a look at my settings. I reckon it's me. I reckon it's the comment, the chat settings. I'll go into YouTube Studio and have a look. Yeah, lapdog. It's not exactly what I was thinking of, but kind of the same thing. There's something idiot or the useless twit or it's something like that. And it's basically, or the useful idiot. I don't know. It's something like that. And basically it's the person that's in the middle of it all, but doesn't realize that what they're doing is wrong. They think they're helping, but then like, it's so bizarre. That's the whole bizarre thing about it. Yeah, I'm going to go in now and have a look. I went to Italian tonight. The pizza calzone Chloe? Did they call it Chloe? Or are you having me on? That would just not surprise me whatsoever. Okay. What am I doing? All right. Yeah. I mean, he'd have to know. But then sometimes he does, when I say he doesn't ever get excited, he pipes up sometimes when he's on a cross and he gets kind of into the flow. And I must actually, let me just check these settings first. I keep getting distracted and not getting it done. And I want to see this photo of Higgins. So, okay, general settings, channel, advanced. Community. Block links. So smart. URL sent in live chat are blocked. I'll untick that. Maybe I will, I can kind of see that it would make sense to have that blocked if you had like thousands of people and trolls and stuff, right? I guess. But I've unblocked it. So can you try now? Please, Keith, and I'll see if it works. So the Simpsons are actually based out of an actual Springfield. Fascinating. Yep. And that's where it's interesting again, is that they're either so, I don't know. What was I listening to? the Stefan Stearns, Madeline Soto. I was listening to an update on that yesterday. And so there was a nearly $900 900-page document that was released a couple of days ago in Florida by the DA's office regarding his charges. And in comparison, like Madeline went missing. I think she went missing on the 26th of February, Monday the 26th of February. And he was charged on the 28th. It was only a couple of days, I'm pretty sure. And they were kind of outlined. Obviously, it was the affidavits and stuff, and it's completely different. The way they've even detailed how they have handled evidence, and they've bagged it, and they've done this, and they gave it to this person in the evidence with the evidence log in the locker room and whatever it was, the temporary. Yeah, and I'm thinking this is just so different. This is normal in terms of how the documentation should be, right? So Madeline hadn't even been found, so they haven't even actually discovered her body yet. But they had found the CSAM on his phone, Stephen Stern's phone, and yeah, I think even before that there was probable cause to search their home. Like no probable cause to search the home of a Boston police officer found unresponsive, virtually passed away. It's rubbish. I can't remember now what you're saying. Oh yeah, it's hard because I'm used to being in the chat as a chatter, not as, so I'm like, what am I missing? Lally is just a puppet. Yeah, he is. Yeah. I know. That's why I mean it's unbelievable. That's why I don't know if he's actually, he might be indirectly corrupt. Let's put it that way. I don't think he's like indirectly guilty, I think, of corruption, but I don't think he's directly going out and being like, F the system, like I really don't think so. I think he just is, was it Mark and Mike, Young Jerks and Mark Betterow, that was saying like he just goes in and makes the donuts. Just going in every day to work and making the donuts. Oregon is renowned for those beautiful, colourful trees during spring. Do you guys live together? Oh, no, you don't, because you're in Iowa and he's in Springfield. Are you guys like YouTube friends, or are you like, that's the link? Where's the link? I don't see any link. Yeah, they had probable cause times 1,000. Ridiculous. No, I can't see it either. Maybe I wonder if I have to approve it or anything. Maybe I have to do it on the next, maybe it won't work. Okay, I'm gonna, do you have the link, Jen? Are you able to email it? Would you mind? Or add me on Facebook if you're on Facebook, or X. I'm pretty much True Crime Kangaroo or not on Facebook. I'm not. I'm Lily Dell on Facebook, or you can email me at truecrimekangaroo@gmail.com, or send it to me on X, where I'm True Crime Kangaroo. But I'm in the groups on Facebook. I'm in all of them, I think. Lily Dell, if you want to add me. Oh, he's your boyfriend. Oh, yay. That's awesome. How cool. Are you Googling it? Awesome. Okay. Did you find it? I'm like, no, and there's no sympathy from me. I actually struggle to listen to it, but I do a lot of it because it's just so foul. So I did actually turned it off was getting into over half of the documents. Grizzly True Crime was reading, and so I'd listened to the first parts and I had a lot of it, but yeah, it was getting, and I was like, no, he's foul. Poor Madeline. Yeah. I hope he doesn't live long in jail. Really? Quizzy Cowgirl is local too? I've seen like Quizzy Cowgirl's name. Yeah, and I'm sure I did reply to you, but I think I added you on Facebook. Because that's actually your name is your YouTube handle. I'm sure of it. So unless otherwise I've added somebody else. Okay, so what am I doing? Higgins, Tennessee. No, it's not coming up immediately anyway, but I'll have a look. Okay, cool. No, don't be sorry. It's fine. It's late. I'm going to probably go in like, what's the time? I'm having fun. Sucks. But I need to sleep so I don't waste all of Sunday because I've got a huge week actually with normal work this week, which is really annoying and not ideal. What am I doing? Checking my email. I know. Okay. I'm going to, though, let's have a quick look at this while I do that. Okay. I have to do it on my phone, that one. I'm excited to see it. I'm surprised I haven't seen it, as in like around the hoods, you know. I wanted to go to CrimeCon this year. I actually wanted to go last year, and I didn't get to either. Have you guys been? I want to go. Where is it next year? I heard, so it's been announced. Georgia? Is it Georgia next year, I think? I think it might be Georgia anyway. All right, so let's have a look. Yay, I've got it. I have it in my hands. Oh, wow. Oh, it was on Facebook. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't think I'm in that group. I used to be. The one group that I'm not in anymore. Cool. All right, let me send it to myself on X because I don't have my email open there. Thank you so much. I'll bring it up in a minute so everyone can see and we can talk about it together. Okay. And Sean's just done a tweet that I want to read out too. Let's have a look at that while you wait for me to stuff around here with the picture. So here we go. Oh no, that's old. Oh no, this looks interesting. I'm not sharing my screen. Crap, sorry. Over at the McAlbert headquarters, the word from inside is that they're all in a full panic mode. I love him, I love his style. the best. They realise that the ME will be exposed as a failure and that all those voicemails that Karen left will have zero impact on the majority of the female jurors, as we've all waited up for our loved ones, as we all have waited up for our loved ones when they haven't come home and not returned any calls. Completely normal. Sources say Gillian Daniels is in full freak-out mode. The disco group from 70s Chick can be heard playing at all hours. Yep, this trial has turned out horrible for the McAlberts. In just a few days, the sideshow will end and the real trial will begin. It must be awful for them to wake up and realise that they have all been duped. He's so funny. Oh, my God. And his music. Okay, stop now. I still remember most of... Okay, yep, I know. How funny. I'm, like, addicted to freaking X. It's hilarious. Did you see... there's just so many, like the actual, so many accounts, and I don't even know who they are. You know, like I don't know who Goat Boy is in real life, like whether or not it's, for example, you know, it's like I know like who YouTube folks are, and then I know who people on like X are, but they could be the same person in real life. It's hilarious. It's so funny. Like there is so much super intelligent wit too, like this one, like Arnie, and their names, like some of them, like Arnie Bev's squeaky chair and Arnie Bev's long sigh. Hilarious. Like according to old mate Trooper, this is how John got on the lawn. Like it's hilarious.
Conferences
Did ask you some questions about this video at that meeting? Yes. Did he ask you whether or not you could render an opinion to whether or not impact?
Did you not make a report?
Thereof, whatever the case may be, was consistent or inconsistent with damage to the tail light? Yes. Did you tell him that you would give him such opinion if called upon at trial?
Oh shit.
Yes.
You're
Did
in
anybody
danger,
take any
dude.
notes?
Danger, danger, danger.
I don't know.
Danger! Oh dear.
Yes. Where are those notes, Paul?
I think I just, well, no, it's not on this specifically, but just.
Danger, Trooper Proctor. You're not Proctor. I have forgotten your Jesus. Paul. It's the P's. Danger, Trooper Paul. If you are an expert witness and you are going to render an additional expert opinion, you are required to disclose that shit.
She's cool.
Bruh. And it seems that you didn't. So the non-disclosure is going to be a huge fucking problem. And I imagine that the court is going to keep this testimony out because this is a very big issue. Because Lally's like, hey, can you testify about this? And he's like, yeah, sure, bro. And it never got written up and disclosed to the defense. So I think the court should keep it out.
And there it is. She's cool. I like her. So she worked with Alan Jackson, I believe, in LA. Maybe when they worked in the DA's office, I think, together. Boston Mike, I love Boston Mike. Chip. This is funny too. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is actually hilarious.
You know, look, I'm trying to interject. If there are things that come up in this testimony that I found troubling.
We've got a little problem with your microphone, Kevin. We've got a little problem with your microphone. Sounds like it's breaking up. Yep, you need a new battery.
You know, look, I'm trying to interject. If there are things that come up.
Kevin. Got a little problem with your microphone, Kevin. Got a little problem with your microphone, Kevin. Got a little problem with your microphone, Kevin. You got a little problem with your microphone. 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 You got a little problem with your microphone, Kevin. You got a little problem with your microphone, Kevin. You got a little problem with your microphone, Kevin. You got a little problem with your microphone, Kevin. Sounds like it's breaking up. 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 Yep, you need a new battery. Yep, you need a new battery. Yep, you need a new battery.
Hilarious. And this one I found Today, I actually posted it in all of the Facebook groups. Let me just show you this damn photo of Higgins that Jen has gone to all this trouble. It's gone around the internet world, and we finally, here he is. One last solo hurrah to Nashville before hopefully getting picked up by the feds. Higgins in Nashville with salty crew shirt, hey dudes, and a nasty mug. Let's copy it. I need to go into Canva and zoom in. All right, I'll save it. Actually, oh, you guys aren't even looking at it. Are you looking at it? Yeah, you are looking at it. Okay, hold on. Interesting. Super interesting. He does. He looks actually miserable. One last solo hurrah to Nashville before hopefully getting picked up by the feds. How long ago was this? Was it just after he was it like today, like last week recent, or who did the Plevin thing? I don't know. Hang on. Let's have a look. Can't remember now. The tail light was lol Kev, why so jelly of my yeah, I don't know what all that was about. So I don't know. I think I tried to click on that earlier, it didn't work. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it must have been him, the tail light whisperer, whoever that is. I don't know who that is either. So I laugh at Plevin from a distance because I can't watch I only watch his content with the glare up because it makes me laugh. I can't. And I don't know if you guys have seen this either. Probably. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that. Oh, I haven't seen this. Cute. Love. Okay. These photos. Don't tell me. And sorry, I know I'm talking out loud. I'm thinking out loud. But like it's every day because I'm thinking, don't tell me. Because I thought this and I haven't even read it yet. But if it is what I think it is, I thought it and I thought, no, surely not. But I'm going to read this now and you guys are going to read it with me. Commonwealth's pattern of deception. It appears to me that the Commonwealth altered. They didn't. They can't. How? Stop it. To make it darker and harder to see, the Traverse's rear wheel move upon impact. Because of Trooper Paul. In his testimony. Oh, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. Yeah, on his cross. It was Trooper Paul, wasn't it? He said to Alan Jackson that he didn't see it move. Yes, because he first saw this video on Court TV last year watching TV. Like, what witness says stuff like that? It's nuts. Yeah, and he said to Adam Jackson, I didn't see it move today. And Adam's like, I beg your pardon? And I thought to myself, imagine. Because now it's like almost the expectation that there is going to be some kind of wall. You know, are they just trying to trick all the time with the inverted videos? So I'm like, imagine if the Commonwealth did something. It was just in my head. I didn't even rewatch the testimony or the evidence. It just crossed my mind. I'm like, imagine if Lally made it so that the video of Karen reversing out and hitting John's Traverse, if they mess with that somehow, so that the impact, the move didn't look so. And this is This is what Microdots is saying. Yeah, the Commonwealth and Defence presented their videos. Yep, hitting World saw the Traverse's rear tyre move. Definitely moved. Definitely contact, which he even agreed to. But what stood out to me was how much darker the Commonwealth clip appeared. Everything seems to be darker from them, though. I pulled the same frame from both versions for comparison, and it's evident that the Commonwealth version is much darker. Clearly a deliberate choice. I just can't. It's just how? Every day? Like how? They need to stop. This needs to stop. Compare the darkest area of both frames. That's clearly so much. But that is also just is that just the way? Is the Commonwealth video just the crap it was? Just the whatever, like their crime scene photos of 34 Fairview? Is that just they're just like, whatever, snap. Oh yeah, I'm not going to even try and bother fixing any kind of making it better quality, whereas Defence just automatically are like, we're going to just we'll lighten that or make it just a bit of better quality. So it's hard to, yeah, it's definitely darker. It doesn't look messed with. It just looks darker. Let's see what they've said. Yeah, so everyone else thinks the same. Jeremy, he's cool. When Lally tried to introduce another version of the video, I immediately thought, did they seriously edit it to make the tyre stationary? Yeah, because that's and we think this way, and then we're like, no, that would be crazy. That's the gaslighting, right? What's going on here? What have I missed? Let me catch up. Who's Meathead? Are you talking about Morrissey? No. And I will, Tim. I did see that. And I will chat with Sean. Because I want to chat with him. I want to, when he's ready and got the time, which could be ages away. But yeah, I will for sure. I've told him, I've messaged him, and I'm like, I want to chat. I want to talk to you. Meathead, yeah. So funny. Who's so gross? Sorry, I'm behind. Plevin or Higgins? Yeah. Yeah, fully. The photo of Higgins was just this week, like yesterday, like this last few days. Wow. Yeah, I mean, each to their own. Each to their own. I don't actually think, I'm not, yeah, I actually don't, that photo is terrible. But yeah. I don't know that Higgins is that bad. But I'm not going to go there because it's like, oh, it just caught so much shit. I admitted it on another chat when he was testifying. It was funny because I'm like, oh my God, I should not have said that. Okay. And I just mean purely aesthetically. All right. Florida to another paid, as in who's another paid puppet? Plevin. I can't handle him. I don't like have any feelings in terms of hate. But I don't interact because same as with Grant, I don't interact with Grant. I look from afar and I look at the, the craziness directly through like everyone else because I'm like, no, I don't have any room in my zone. But yeah, I can laugh and look along with, and I love the little vids and stuff. And yeah, when Glera watches Plevin, it's freaking hilarious. He's gold. Tim Sum, Florida. Turtle Boy or Will, the Glera. Hilarious. I love Turtle Boy. And I'm very loud and proud about it. And I don't care. I love him. He's a legend. He's freaking inspirational. He's hilarious. It cracks me up. Sorry, nothing is beyond the Commonwealth to try and win. Well, nuts, man. Higgins is gross, yeah. I knew I shouldn't have said it. I mean, it's not like I look at him and think, yeah, you know, but it's like when he was in court, I was like, yeah, he's not bad. I mean, he's like, I'm going to stop now. He's fine. He's not terrible. But being Brian Higgins, though, no. But yeah, no, I don't think he's terrible. I liked his suit. I think he had a nice suit. And that is the end of the conversation. Ray Higgins. He's all right. Yeah, I don't mind him. Like I think I even said in the chat, I'm like, if I was having a beer, for example, at the waterfall or a bar and I saw him, it would not be someone that I would, yeah, kind of ish. Yeah, I would look. So no, I don't think it's that bad. All right, cool. What else? Are we still on X? Okay. Yeah, so wow, this is just, I can't even deal. Stop it. Because I also saw today, and then I did actually download the video and I edited it to try and see, and I couldn't, but about the Trooper Paul again, and it'll be on here somewhere. I think I saw it on X, and then I downloaded the video and tried to see. And I even out loud said to myself, don't do it, Lil, don't do it, because surely not. Where someone said that the actual reconstruction, the accident reconstruction had been sped up. They weren't really going that fast, the Canton PD, and they could tell because of the lights, the siren. And I did watch for a couple, and I'm like, I can't. Microdots will find it, because it's almost like you just start to feel crazy. So Bev said it too. Maybe it was just Bev. Or was it Bev and the witness? In which case, if Bev said it too, Jeff Burkhart. We saw the wheel move and I refused to be gaslit. We're not alone. That's what I mean. It's not. And now whatever. Okay. Defense didn't need to lighten theirs. See, I love comments like this because it does. With all the gaslighting, it kind of makes you go, yeah, that's right. I'm glad you pointed this out. At the risk of being accused of buying into a conspiracy theory, I was reluctant to say anything, but I've noticed the Commonwealth versions of things are blurry, dark, reversed. Yeah. Of course it is, John Sanders. Everything that they have presented has been altered in some way. Smoke and mirrors, not the truth. The world sees it, and the ones who are still claiming KR guilt, I don't know what to say about that. Lally should be charged. Defense will get to this. They'll point it out. Pattern's extremely obvious. Lally adjusts that. See, I just can't see Lally sitting at home playing digital. Like, who's doing? Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. All right. It's nearly 2:00. Far out. Okay. So I was going to enhance the Higgins photo. I'll do it, but I'm going to go and do it. But I'll post it. Did someone ask me before what my... Okay, don't judge. Remember the defense quote, wait for us. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Yeah, I've got no doubt. Like, I have no I have no doubt. I'm not stressed about it. Like, I'm not worried. I get worried about the level of corruption, like what length, as you were saying, like what lengths they will actually go to. Yeah, Pebbles Higgins is gross. Yeah, I mean, I know. I don't know. But like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And I vaguely remember that, actually, that she did say that, and I just thought she was being like bitchy. Yeah. I'm super keen to see Lally on Cross, and I think that'll be an eye-opener too. Like, how hard's he going to go? It's his opportunity, right? And I just don't think he will. He did, yeah. So when I say it was purely an aesthetic comment, but yes, he did. Yes, he did. He's like a piece of garbage. Yeah, me too. And when I was saying it was purely as in the type in looks, not Higgins as a person. But yes, he should look I can't even get words. Sad. That's not the word you used. Miserable. He should look miserable. He deserves to be miserable. That's right, Jen. And that's exactly right. That's exactly right. The bottom line is they thought it was going to be cut and dry, that she would take a deal with manslaughter, and that, yeah, it'd just be all wrapped up. She probably wouldn't even do any jail time. Like, I don't reckon she would have got any time. I don't know, because she's not that they would have cared. But yeah, and then when she fought it, as Alan said, that's when they were pissed off that she fought it. It's going to be hilarious. Like, it's going to be either hilarious or it's going to be terrible, and almost terrible to, like, yeah, wow. Yeah. Because, I mean, you look at it, you think, imagine if she did, if it was, yeah, I think about that often, and I think I was saying it, I don't know where, somewhere in the last day or so in a chat, that it's like Karen is an exception because she just had the means and the kind of confidence and the intelligence and the support network to fight it. So many people wouldn't and don't have those resources, whether it be financial, emotional, whatever, and they'd be sitting in jail and would have been there for the last 2 years. Yeah, sucks. Anna Walsh, Brian Walsh is in jail now. Brian Walsh is accused of murdering Anna Walsh. Michael Proctor is the lead investigator on his case. Is that what you mean? Brian Walsh is in the same jail that, whatever it's called, the same jail that Turtle Boy was in. He's in there. I think he's awaiting trial. Interesting guy. Don't know the intricacies of the Anna Walsh case, but from what I hear, even though he's alleged to, he's been accused of committing the crime and he hasn't been convicted yet. I think it's pretty. But again, the digital Google searches basically will convict him. They're relying on that, and Proctor's his lead investigator. Interesting. But before he allegedly murdered his wife Anna in a very, I think it was pretty gruesome and pretty, like, I think he's a fair piece of crap from what I've heard. And there's a fair amount of evidence, but I don't know the intricacies, so I don't want to pretend I know what I'm talking about because I don't, not intricately. But I do know that before that, he was actually an art dealer, but a dodgy one. And so he ripped off this art, an owner of an art gallery in LA, I think. Can't remember the name of it, with Andy Warhol, an $80,000 Andy Warhol. And so, but Brian Mosh he dealt fake Andy Warhols. And yeah, so nuts. So he was actually accused of that first, and maybe convicted of it. So it's fraud too. Off Mofo, yeah. I love Sean, Tim, and I mean, I know, obviously, I'm subscribed to Going Through the Motions. I love Tim, but thank you for sharing. If you're not 100%, if you are not subscribed to Sean's channel, and yeah, 100. Yes. And they hold that against her, which is, I think about that often too, because I'm like, imagine, like, I've thought, it's like, far out. Did I, could I have? How easy to say those words, even when I try and put myself in that situation. How easy to say it. Could I have hit him? Did I hit him? Could I have? Yeah. The girl who was groomed by the brother cops. Oh, Sandra Birchmore. Yeah. What was that in reference to, though? Why did we start talking about Anna Walsh? Hang on. Walsh, what about it? Anyway, yeah, it's Sandra Birchmore. So I have started to do a bit of deep diving into that because I like to support. So Mizzy kind of spearheads that in, I don't know if it's Canton. I feel bad saying Canton if it's not, but Canton. And I know that Tom and everyone kind of help out there and support Sandra. So Sandra Birchmore, Justice for Sandra Birchmore. I think they had a standout last weekend. Do you guys know? But yeah, so if you guys, that's actually a good idea. If you guys aren't on the Justice for Sandra Birchmore Facebook page, that's a good place to start. And yeah, they need attention. They need love. So I did more followers. I mean, it deserves, particularly now. It's a good time. It's like we need to strike while the iron's hot in terms of keeping up we don't want these bastards at the Norfolk County DA's office to think that once Karen Reid's trial's over, that where everyone's just going to go away, and they're going to, because that's not going to happen, because there is so much, as I said, there's so much more. So yeah, and I don't know, I don't have I'm pretty, it looks pretty dodgy. I don't think Sandra Birchmore I don't think she took her own life, from what I know. No, there is no case. It was ruled suicide. And that decision was made by Tully? Who was that made by? Not Tully or Garino? So a lot of kind of crossover, yeah. I think it might have been maybe Trooper Garino. So there is really no case yet. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, super sad. Her story's really sad. So if you want to check it out, as I said, have a look at the Facebook page, and if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, and if you want to add me on Facebook, yeah, it's just Lily Dell, but I'm super private on Facebook in terms of trying to find me. When I say I'm private, I mean I'm like all of my search, if you try and look for me, you probably can't find me, like my settings are private. But maybe I should just start a true crime kangaroo profile, but then it's another one and I'm like, so if you're on X, yeah, come over there, or Facebook, I'm Lily Dell. Lily Dell, I just put it in the chat, that's me. If you can't find me on X and message me, or I'm in all the pages. I'm in all the Facebook pages, and I put up a post like yesterday in all the groups. This one, because it's freaking hilarious. I'll show you, and then I'm really going to go soon. All right. Smearing, and this name is like hilarious. It's so funny. Like X is so random. I love it. Smearing feces. You guys might have seen it. I posted it in all the groups. What was it? This one. This tweet. Gold. Am I still sharing? Oh no, cool. Yeah, here we go. I'll just move that for a sec. Yeah. And what did I do? My goodness. Stop. Hilarious. Am I the only one who hasn't slept or bathed? Is on the verge of divorce and unemployment since the Commonwealth first Karen Reid trial started on April 29th. Your only friends are Turtle Boy, Sean, Mike from the Young Jerks, Mazza Media, Better Law, the DUI Guy Plus, Chloe in Vermont, and the Glera, etc. I had tears when I saw it. I was like, that is so funny. So relatable. And so, yeah, I put it in all the groups. In Facebook, so coming back to so I did, and they all like, it's in Sean's group, it's in Resistant to Silence. So if you're not in Resistant to Silence or following them on YouTube either, that's awesome. So that's Dana and Tracy, and Dana and Tracy and Paul, obviously. So there's that Facebook group too, and then there's a YouTube channel, obviously Dylan at the Alternate Corner. I'm not in his Facebook group though. I tried to find it the other day and I couldn't. And I meant to ask him about it. And then there's Sean obviously going through the motions, and that new group, I'm in that. So yeah, go and join them if you're not in them. And Turtle Boy OnlyFans, I'm in the normal justice group, Justice for Karen Reid, but I'm not in that mass corruption one. I used to be ages ago. I might still, maybe I turn the thing. Okay. Yeah, I followed Delphi, but I haven't actually been following Tim, the Richard Allen. I haven't been following anything. Literally, I haven't really followed much. Or anything for Delphi, probably since. I haven't really followed any of the court stuff where it kind of got all crazy with all the, the evidence that came out. And would have even been last year now or earlier this year with all the, and then it was proven wrong or like fake. And I just kind of was like, I don't know, it's too much. But I thought today when I was listening to Grizzly True Crime, because, yeah, she's huge into Delphi. And I thought, I could probably get caught up pretty quickly and have, because, yeah. Yeah. But I was following it before Richard Allen was arrested, yeah. So I did, it was rabbit hole central. Yeah, see, that's right. I haven't really seen all the court stuff with the judge and everything. Awesome. Yep, I will. I think I have, but I will again. Yeah, Delphi is crazy. Yes, Sarah Boone. It's Sarah or Sandra. I cracked up at that yesterday too. Did you see the clip of her? Someone posted a clip of her telling the judge that she needs to tell her lawyer to be nicer to her. Her 8th lawyer. Hilarious. Sarah Boone, yeah. What a nutcase. But she's so yeah, it's freaking hilarious. What's another one that I've been on? Really, I just it's obviously this one, the Adelson stuff. The YouTubers I follow, when they I get notifications. I pretty much watched everything there. Yeah, the Madeline Soto. What else? That's kind of still going. It's on the tip of my tongue. There's one right there. I don't know. Yeah. And it took so long. I think that's the saddest, well, not the saddest thing, aside from the fact itself and the crime itself with Delphi. There was the fact that it was 5 years. It was 5 years, wasn't it? From I think whatever it was, all the and Lisk, I was going to say, I was thinking before, there's another case I'm kind of rabbit holing in my at the moment, which is Rex Heuermann. But yeah, 5 years to get an arrest. Yeah, so I reckon that was when he was one of the first people they spoke with. Like, what the hell, man? And then, I will definitely be watching that trial if it gets to trial, 1000%. Yeah, I think so. With all the staging and that's when there was about that the ex-cop that was maybe involved, and I think Richard Allen and his defense were trying third-party culprit defense with that ex-cop, and I remember I was just like, this is nuts. This guy's a nutcase. And so I stopped kind of following it. But the court is heaps. I'm kind of happy that I've got it all there to go to in the filing cabinet when I've got no court stuff to watch. It's good to know that you've got a good deep dive there, but I need to also get to it before it goes to trial. The Lisk case, finally they looked into that after all the pressure from the lawyer. Yeah, so John Ray. Yes, correct, which I didn't know. Until, because Melanie Little covered that. But before I followed her channel, sort of I don't know, it'd be a year ago, I guess. And so she's got a huge playlist that I've been going through. And obviously I knew about Rex Heuermann, and I knew about Long Island, and I knew about Gilgo 4 and Shannon Gilbert. But I kind of, she goes deep dives, and she talks about other possible connections and other women over the decades, victims that have gone missing, and similarities. So I think Melanie thinks that, Rex actually is responsible for a lot more. And so that's super interesting. Yeah, so I'm deep diving that at the moment, which is good because there's plenty of stuff around. And then did you see John Ray's press conference yesterday with the Victoria Heuermann art? I watched docos on do you mean Gilgo? Or is there something Golgo? Golgong meds. Yes, so there's been, I don't know what Golgong is, if you do mean. No? No? As in you haven't? Oh, the press conference? Oh, so do you guys follow also Judy Ron? Golgong. Oh, who's Golgong? Really? Oh. What? Golgong is Liz. What do you mean? Golgong. Let me just Google. Gilgo. Do you mean Gilgo? Oh, I'm like, what's Golgong? What have I missed here? Yeah, cool. I thought you meant Gilgo. And then I'm like, no, she's saying it's Golgong. Yes. Yeah, Gilgo. Yeah, Gilgo 4 is Rex Heumann, who is Lisk. Yeah. And so that's what I mean. I knew about the Gilgo 4, but there's more. He's just been charged with more. Yeah. So Gilgo 4, he's been charged with 3 of them. Gilgo Beach is Long Island, yeah. But so, yeah, that's right. So you know how last year he was charged with the 3 in, I don't know what it was, June or whatever, of 2023. And it was the big, like, oh my God, the Long Island serial killer has been, finally there's been an arrest made. And then, yeah, so 2 more. Yes. Because was he charged with the 4th Gilgo? He was. Has he been charged with 5 in total now or 6? Because I thought, anyway, whatever. So it's 5 or 6. Even if he hasn't been charged yet with the 4th Gilgo, it's all but, it's just for some reason, maybe a technicality, but I can't remember. I know he wasn't initially. Anyway. But yes, but Melanie Little goes through others, like separate, either missing women from the 80s, 90s, and stuff, and even murders. And she goes through similarities from those because they're unsolved or they're not found. And they're his like MO. And she goes through the similarities. It's cool. It's good. It's really good because she's on Long Island, right? Or she's from there. So, and yes, as I was saying, if you don't follow Judy Ron, he's awesome. Judy Ron is, I'm sure you do, like everyone does. His channel's massive. And I think that's actually, anyway, where, so I found Melanie Little through Bill from Police Off the Cuff, that I haven't listened to in a long time, actually, like a long time. He's very boomer. He's cute. He's like, as in cute, like, he's gorgeous, adorable, old ex-NYPD. And yeah, I didn't know that either, that Melanie had done that deep dive. So yeah, it's good. I actually commented on one of the videos the other day and said, I didn't realize you did this. Yeah, I love Ron and Ed. I love them. Awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, that's good. Good playlist. Cool. All right. I will. Yeah, so I will send you a friend request. And on Instagram, I'm True Crime Kangaroo on Instagram as well, or Lily Dell, if you want to find me on Instagram, if you can't find me on Facebook. I don't know why, I don't use Facebook that much. Me too. I'm exhausted. I can't wait. All right, awesome. Thanks so much. Nearly 3 hours. Wow, it was so good. I'm so excited, grateful that you guys hung out. No Insta or X. Right, we'll make Facebook work then. Cool. All right. See you guys. Thanks so much. Bye. Who else is there? I can't see who's there or not. Tim, if you're still there, thanks so much for hanging out. It was good to see you, Jen. Keith, thank you so much. Thanks for the Higgins update. That was cool. Very cool. And yeah, if you guys want to add me on Facebook too. Pebbles, thank you so much. It was so nice to have you and hear your input and your, interesting. Keen to hear more actually. And I will definitely have a look at the South Carolina serial killer. What's his name? I've got it saved up here. I do have it saved. That Pebbles was actually lived only a mile away from. Crazy. Gitmo, thank you so much. Thank you. Cool. I'll see you all soon. Fun hanging out. Have an awesome weekend. Bye.